I mean, we all know what a table is. A table is a horizontal surface and 4 legs. And there are different versions of that, but nobody messes with that. You know, I think that actually the more specific the brief, the more kind of imagination you can put into that. So when she designed a table for her apartment in Saint-Sulpice in Paris, the constraints around the design of the table were really about the fact that the apartment was very small. The idea was that it could be an intimate table for when she was at home on her own or with friends, or a larger kind of table for up to 11 guests for a dinner party, for that kind of thing. So the idea that it could extend was essential, really. I built my own house, and where I live now, I understand that kind of, you know, the challenges and the excitement of producing furniture for your own house. I think if you design something truly for yourself, that actually can bring something really special to your design that other people will really enjoy as well. It's like a good story, you know, like a good story about yourself. If you tell the truth, if you really bare your soul, that's a much more engaging story. When you're building for yourself, that's the time when you wake up in the middle of the night and with a good idea. I think that you can see that in Charlotte's work, that you can see her trying to kind of wrestle between building something so specific to her and her desire, and yet at the same time wanting to create something that could be mass-produced. There's this kind of curiosity, this around invention and around technology, and that kind of, you know, that sort of early modernist fascination with all things that mass-produced. In some ways, it is more a machine than a table. And that's kind of fascinating, because I think that she probably conceived of it as more of a kind of machine. But actually, what she ended up doing was a really beautiful table. I think the preconception of a factory-made object is often that it's going to be quite cold, quite removed from something that you feel comfortable with or familiar with. And yet what she produced with this table is something that feels really domestic and really approachable, and, you know, that that you can feel really at home with, literally. She's not a triumphant designer. You know, there's nothing flashy or unnecessary about what she does. You can see that she's not somebody who's looking for stardom. That underlying kind of modesty and professionalism, I think, is really, you know, really underpins her work. And it's really, you know, very special, really classy, I think. But I think that probably good furniture, really good furniture, is something that the human body relates to so closely that that's a very kind of like, those are quite special relationships. You know, we quite often can live in lots of different houses in our life, but keep pieces of furniture with us all the way through our life.